Hello, everyone. How are
What's
you?
going on? What's going on?
Today's topic is ooh, touchy. It's touchy
It's not touchy.
for some people.
I mean,
it is.
yeah, touchy feely maybe, but nah.
Yeah. But it's a touchy subject for some people because everyone is different in their own way. Do you want to start off, or you want me to start off?
I'm gonna let the queen start off, and then I'll follow up.
Well, thank you, honey.
No problem.
Okay, guys. First of all, with affection, you have some people that are affectionate, and you have some that aren't. Like, for example, it's a judge-free zone, as we always say. For example, as for me, I didn't grow up in a family that we were like affectionate like that. But as soon as I started working with cancer care patients, and they started coming to me and hugging me and crying and stuff, you know, I started hugging. I started, comforting people and started to realize, even when dating, that men wanted affection too, as in hugs and, turn around and be like, different things like that. Men, they can act all hard if they want to, or your significant other, but they want to cuddle, they want to snuggle and all this other stuff. And that's what I learned. So I learned to do so, but you have to understand that it can't happen all the time. Um, and there's certain levels to different people and how much affection that they want, and to be, that what they other people want to give. So if you're just type of person that need affection all of the time, make sure you speak to whoever you're dating and let them know in advance, hey, I'm really into affection, I'm touchy feely, and, so on and so forth. And if that person lets you know they're not that way, you cannot force them to be that way, because that's just not how they are. There's someone out there for you that don't mind giving you affection. And then you have the ones that are clingy, very clingy in their own way, right? For their own reasons. We don't know what happened in their past, or that's just the way they are. They're very needy. And those are the ones that need someone to validate them, to compliment them every time, or, hey, touch me, feel me. Why aren't you hugging me? Why aren't you kissing me? And so on and so forth, because they need to be something to be validated. There's something going on there if they're really clingy and needy and want you. All right, you going to the bathroom? That's all right. You do your thing. Yeah, no. That's over the top. So, everyone is not affectionate. And some people, it's limited affection. Then you have those that just don't have affection. Like, what's your thoughts on that, babe?
So I mean, I agree with you as far as like everybody has their own level of displaying affection.
Yeah.
I think it comes in other aspects too, like affirmations. Like for me, I may not need to be all loved up on, but just assurance, like, hey, just a soft spoken word could be all the affection that let's just say, yeah, like. But as there are sometimes that I do want to, be close to, my wife, and we, especially like when we're out and we're experiencing things, you don't want to enjoy the moment with your significant other without being able to have some type of memory of that, like, oh yeah, we went to Manitou Springs.
Yes.
And that was a very, I wouldn't say it was an intimate time, but it's something that we would, remember. It's a nugget that we placed in our mindset. Did we enjoy each other's company? Yes. The trip down there, the scenery, the food, the conversation, all of that to me could be, affectionate, because that's a memory that I have. But then there are other times that I displace myself out of that, and I want to be more, intimate, or, show more assertive signs of affection. You can do that. Me growing up, it was like, I wasn't an affectionate person. I could say, and then, I would say that I allowed even my career to harden me, where I become kind of like, I don't really show that much affection. But as time goes on, you realize, okay, you're not always going to have the same job. You're not always going to be around the same people. So you need to learn, you know, like love languages. You need to be able to understand somebody's love language. You need to be able to reciprocate that and receive it. So, you know, I think it's important. You know, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big PD, you know, public display of affection. I'll hold hands, but I'm not like a big all in, you know, we got
neither am I, no.
You know, because I see sometimes people and I'm just like, and again, you
so
know,
each their own.
To each their own. But I just don't, you know, in public,
all the
you know,
kissing and
get a room. You hear them say, get a room type stuff. I know that there's for me and my wife, there's a time and a place.
Exactly.
There's a time and a place. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to show her affection out in public. I just don't go overboard or overindulge in those things, you know. So that's just where I'm coming from on that.
Like, for example, simple things with us, it'll be like me taking my hand and rubbing the back of his head, or, you know, his neck, something like that, or wiping something out of his eye, different things like that.
And I don't mind, you know, I know where to place my hands, my moments on, you know, top, lower waist and things like that, or I'll give hugs in public. It's just like I said, when we're here in the comfort of our home.
Oh yeah, anything goes.
One person, you might think I'm aggressive, you know, like, oh, you're over. But we're here, we're in the comfort of our home.
That's right.
You know.
That's right.
But no,
close the blinds, baby.
I do think, you know, being able to communicate with your significant other in an affectionate manner, because some people may feel like, you know, well, I'm not doing enough, or why aren't they attracted to me? That if you don't show the miscommunication, then it's like, wait a minute, am I a burden to this person's you know, me being around? Do they not enjoy me being around? They're not signifying that I'm important by showing that affection. So, you know, and then you have people start doubting themselves and their abilities and stuff. And then you don't want to do that. You don't want to miscommunicate to your spouse or, you know, your loved one that they're not worth the time. Because they're there. You chose them for a reason. So make sure that they communicate to them. Yeah, make sure that you communicate.
Effective communication.
Yeah. So that they're listening. And you're not talking at them. You're talking to them.
And you're not listening just to respond. Right. You're actually taking it in so you can work together. Right, babe?
Exactly.
Because it wasn't easy for us in the beginning. We had to learn. And we're still learning. You know, we're newlyweds. Yeah. We're still learning. But we know we love each other so much. We respect each other. We want this marriage to last forever, because I want to be able to, when he loses dentures, you know what I mean? I want to be able to hide his dentures.
You said when I lose my
well, you know what?
Now get dentures first. You know, like,
so that's how old we gonna be. So when you get dentures, I'm gonna be hiding your dentures. You could be looking for them. You could come to me like, babe, my dentures. You know, Gumby and stuff. Okay. So, you know, I got a lot of stuff tricks I want to play on you and do. So we here for life.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Effective communication, guys.
And master the levels of that communication. Yeah. Master the levels so that nobody gets offended when you're, you know, learn. You know, I don't want to say this because you hear it all the time when they say agree to disagree, but it's true. You know, when you have levels of communication, you need to know where a person is coming from on that level and how it fits that agenda. You know, I can't stress it enough. You know.
And what about also, because that's something we learned as well, if you guys really do love each other or care about each other, don't let outside entities enter to influence, hey girl, if he's not giving you affection, he don't love you, need to find you another man who would love on you. What do you think?
I'm telling you, listen, cease and desist
yes.
When it's not,
unless it's positive.
If it's positive communication and they're really trying to give you some information or some advice, that they're not. Here's the deal. Let me just say this. If they're giving you information and they're not looking for a positive outcome, they're waiting for destruction, walk away. Yeah. It's not, you just have to cut ties. Yeah. You do, because it's like, you know, in this household, it's just my wife and I, you know, there's nobody in these four corners talking. So you have to just eliminate those negative influences, because some people just sit back and wait to see your life rupture and they try to put little things in to corrupt it. So if it's not feeding you, and what I mean by feeding you, I'm not talking about naturally, I'm talking about like spiritually.
Yes.
You know, if it's not helping you mentally, let it ride. Yeah. Let it ride.
And be careful who you try to get, you know, who tries to come in, because not everyone wants to see you guys happy or make it work due to whatever that's going on in their life.
Right.
And basically, they'll just take your information and run with it and spread it through the whole entire world.
Community, everybody.
Exactly. So, guys, you know, I hope this helped. And how do you, if you're married in a relationship, how do you guys show affection?
Right, and communicate.
Exactly.
Leave some comments. We want to read. We want to know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Could be something we missed.
True. And we're here to learn too.
Exactly.
So, like this video, share it,
Thank you,
and subscribe. All right, guys. And please comment below to let us know what's your thoughts. All right. We love you guys. Bye. Valor Power. Holla.